The only way this would work, bro, is if he has full 100% in his character, what he's going to do every week, who he's going to do it with. Because if it's in the hands of Triple H and his crew, you're not going to get anything much different than Vince.
Well, let's talk about Bray Wyatt's return rumors. So there's some things actually, on Pancakes and Power Sam show, I broke some news when it came to Bray Wyatt, some exclusive information. Your thoughts on Vince Russo, your thoughts on Bray Wyatt. I know Bray Wyatt's your guy as far as someone that you'd push to the moon if you had the books. Do you think he should return at Clash of the Castle? And do you think that Triple H will do him right compared to Vince McMahon?
Bro, Bray Wyatt mentally is just on a whole different wavelength, bro. He's lives in a world onto himself that, much like the Warrior. Let me put it to you that way. The Warrior's intellect was so beyond everybody's understanding that because they didn't understand him and because they felt like he was smarter than they were, which he was, that equated into them not liking him. You've got this situation with Bray, bro, where from an intellectual level, he can't be matched. Bro, the only way this is going to work, and the only way that I would do it if I was Bray, is literally in my contract. I hate to pull the whole Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan pulled creative control for different reasons. Hulk Hogan pulled creative control for whether or not I'm going over.
Right.
I don't think Bray cares about that. I really don't think Bray. I think Bray cares about really being true to his character, and putting out a version of his character that he believes in. The only way this would work, bro, is if he has full 100% in his character, what he's going to do every week, who he's going to do it with, because if it's in the hands of Triple H and his crew, you're not going to get anything much different than Vince. That's my opinion. And I'll tell you what, I think Bray's going to be very careful about that. I don't think Bray would come back and go through that again. I really don't believe that.
Yeah, I can see that too. I can see Bray not being really considering this thing and really kind of spending a lot of time just really weighing it out. Because if you think about Bray, the history of Bray's character, it's so many damaged goods there. Because when he came out with the swamp, and you mentioned before, like how in the world are they wrestlers? Did the Toots Mont, go and train them, in the backwoods, like what was going on? How did you learn how to become a collar and elbow catch-can wrestler, right? And that makes sense. And, but at the same time, from a character standpoint, I was really hooked and intrigued as far as the vignettes is concerned. It was really cool. The music, the music,
the lights. I mean, that was
the lantern,
cool,
man.
Bro.
Like, to me, that is what it's all about to me.
I agree with you.
That's what it's all about.
Bro. There's no way in the world, bro, you and I can watch that and then rip it on our review show. We're not going to do that, bro.
Exactly. And there's no way that someone who's flipping channels can watch that and not be intrigued to give it at least about 15 more seconds to see what's going on. Like, if I'm flipping a channel, and writers need to think about that stuff.
Oh, we did, bro.
I'm talking about nowadays. Like, writers need to think about
that. Make you stop dead in your
Absolutely. Like, if I'm flipping my channels and I see some guy coming in with the lantern real slow and methodic, and then there's phones everywhere, I'm like, wait, I thought this was Raw. Like, I didn't know this was some type of
Absolutely,
movie
man.
scene or something. Like,
Yep.
you know what I mean? Like, stuff like that is super important. And
Absolutely.
Bray, he captivated the audience like that.
Yep.
And it's so basically, it's when I think of Bray Wyatt, it's like, look, I'll give you the material to the table, like I'll give you the ingredients, just cook it well. You know what I mean? Just present it, just cook it and present it well to the audience who's feeding from it, right?
Right.
I got all the ingredients to give to you.
Yep.
But what happened was Bray gave him all the right ingredients, and the presentation was not tasteful. It like he ended up losing. Like, he would do things and, you know, build it up just to lose to CNET Mania. You know what I mean? Like that was a big buzzkill and a big derail. And then they were trying to bring it back up, and you know, them and the Shield was decent, but they didn't really get the higher end on that, which makes sense because they were heels, but they really didn't get a lot going from that. They tried to bring Braun in, and they did the Daniel Bryan thing, which didn't last for long. And so they were trying to do a whole bunch of things with Bray and just seeing where it stuck. You know, they were just throwing a bunch of stuff on the wall to see where it stuck. But they didn't really do a good job. And then they brought the Fiend in, which was super captivating. You know, lights were flicker. You would have the Firefly Fun House segments, which was really cool. And then the lights would go off, and all of a sudden you would hear the squeaking, and then you would see all of that was super intriguing, which led to his match at SummerSlam against Finn Balor. Momentum. Wins the Universal Championship, loses to Goldberg. Okay, so let's try this again. Loses to Seth Rollins. Okay, let's try this again. Loses to Randy Orton. So it's like boom, 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 Orton, boom, 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 Goldberg. And so that jacked up his character too. With that being said, Vince, with all of this damage control that you have of the people, you said this before, people don't forget, you know, especially casual fans, they don't forget. How do you repair a Bray Wyatt from 2 attempted incarnations to be super creative with his character just to have it squelched?
Oh man, see, bro, to me, it always has to go back to reality. Otherwise, it's gonna be a different carnation. We don't know why it's a different carnation. There's no explanation. There's no anything. It almost goes, bro. It almost has to go back to reality where Bray Wyatt himself tells that story. You know, I am a master of characters. My mind works and is wired like nobody else's. I'll bring you spectacles and entertainment like you never saw before. But what happened? You know, I was smarter than everybody else, so I just became another name on the roster. Well, now you're knocking on my door again because you need me? Well, fine, you can have me, but we're going to do this my way, and almost get like the clause in the contract. Bro, when something gets that messed up, at some point you got to come clean, because like it's just going to be another reincarnation, and it's just going to be the same thing all over again.
Ladies and gentlemen, listen, this is the guy right here. This is the former WCW World Heavyweight Champion, former head writer for WWE Attitude Era, ladies and gentlemen, and he is the man with the brand. Just let him know, my man.
Yes, guys, please check out channelattitude.com. Also, man, on Patreon, patreon.com/Russo TWC. Right now, I'm going through the Attitude Era 1 hour at a time, really, really breaking it down. So if you are a fan of that era, I think you'll really enjoy that. Channelattitude.com.
No. Nice. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy right here is Vince Russo. I am Dr. Chris. This is Riding with Russo. Solo!